pass is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Henry is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He'll get it up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep is Steven Sims. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Ravens 6, Eagles nothing.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. The quick feet, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
I agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Hurts sets up to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Well, this is one wide receiver whose toughness will never be questioned because he fires off the line of scrimmage, runs his route, and he understands sometimes the collision is going.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Dafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
No, we changed it.
After the interception, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 27 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 35 on second down, Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
His throw incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Odafe Owe. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted.
Inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 13-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, good move. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
13.
From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Report. Go ahead.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
That's going deep for Bateman. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
1 second, all that remains.
He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball is overthrown.
Here's Jackson.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's 2nd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
They go play action with Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Hurts fumbles it,
and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Report. 13.
Now it's Jackson.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get to... And now here's another interception.
And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Play action. It's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
53 yards.
Hey, man. Exactly what you That's bad for business running that play, man. I can get critical.
That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock?
That's a bad move going for that play, buddy. Really well.
Jackson.
That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 37 yards.
And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every
Don't you quit, guys! Oh, shit, quit it! It's a turkey!